Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim, and today I am continuing my playthrough of Knights over Stalingrad. We are up to part 2 of the 28 November turn. Before we get started, a couple of corrections from the previous episode I need to take care of. First, I pulled this Friendly Partisans card back out because I forgot that when you use this to rescue one of your bailed out pilots, it mentions that they're returned immediately to ready mission status. So he did not need to go on the turn track. So I think what I'll do now, his aircraft was still destroyed, obviously, but we're going to put this evading pilot marker here in the ready box so that we know as soon as we can repair or replace his aircraft, we can just pull one of these back over then and put him back in there. All right, that was the one thing. The second one was when I sent this it was one of these guys I sent back early from I forgot to do it when the combat actually took place, which was back here, I believe. But then by the time we got over here for our second combat, I realized, oh, I meant to send that guy back. So he would have returned to the nearest airfield, which was my home airfield. But I do still have to roll for a safe landing for him. So we will take care of that now. We have light clouds, which I don't believe has any effect on landing checks, but he is on his damage side. So that's going to be a -1. So we need to get a 2 or higher with a -1 DRM. And he was a veteran, so we roll a D10. And he does land safely. All right. So we got that stuff taken care of. We are now ready to continue. So at this point, we're going to move into the Potomnik sector. Roll for an event. 3 is no event. In the cauldron. And 1 through 4 is no event. Now we have the option, while we're over this friendly airfield, of landing one or more of these aircraft. Now, if we land our supplies here, I believe it's worth fewer mission points than if we land them in the target hex. Let's see. Friendly aircraft land supplies at mission location is 3 points for each aircraft. Friendly aircraft land supplies at alternate field would only be 1 point. So we have this guy with 5 damage and this guy with only 1 damage. I think it probably makes sense to land this one. And get those that 1 mission point for that before we risk losing that aircraft and the supplies. Lost supplies. Let's see. Friendly air transported supplies destroyed or lost is -3 points. So I think we want to get these on the ground while we can. And I believe since that's a non-squadron aircraft, He does not need to roll for landing. Well, maybe they do. I was just talking to Dan about some of this stuff, and this whole landing section is kind of confusing. He's going to work on cleaning this up a little bit, and kind of consolidating all of the landing rules in one place. It says, excuse me, undamaged Axis fighters not flipped to the damaged side that land at a friendly airfield return to base at the completion of the next calendar day. Place the aircraft on the calendar day track to mark their progress. So that would be if we landed some of our fighters somewhere other than our home base, then they would be delayed a day getting back to home. Damaged Axis fighters that land at a non-home airfield must be repaired per normal and then automatically RTP. It's the same thing with damaged fighters that land somewhere else. And then here's the bit that's a bit confusing and seemingly contradictory. So 7.2.3 says the player does not receive the return to base penalty for landing at a friendly airfield, but squadron and non-squadron aircraft must roll for a safe landing, suffering any mission point penalties. And then 7.2.4 says returning squadron damaged aircraft immediately roll for safe landing at the nearest airfield. Non-squadron aircraft are assumed to have landed safely. So I think that part is talking about when you send aircraft back early and they just automatically go to the nearest friendly airfield. Don't believe that applies for actually landing at an airfield that you're flying over. So I'm going to assume in this situation that 7.2.3 applies. So they will have to roll for a safe landing. Now, they're not on their damaged side, so they don't have the -1 penalty for that. So we just need to get a 2 or higher on a D8. And we do. So this one lands safely at Potomnik. So he can be returned to the deck, and we get 1 mission point for delivering supplies there. Oops. Yeah, come on. There we go. Then I think everyone else, well, we should land this guy too. Now there was also the bit about, now this only applies to sending damaged aircraft back after combat, I think. Can't do that once you've entered the cauldron, but I think you can still voluntarily land at a cauldron airfield. So the only thing is then in this case we definitely would be without him for the next mission. That one's not ours, so he's going away. In fact, he's going to land at Gumrak, however you pronounce it. This is one of ours, though. Or no, sorry, this is the one that's being escorted. So this named ace and this one This one will be flying back with us. That's right, because we picked that one up from that in-flight event. Yeah, I'm just leery about this guy. Once we get over the mission hex, we're going to have to roll on chart C4 for enemy interception, which is where we get a D3 plus 3 of fighters from a random IAP. So between 4 and 6 fighters. We can have our transports try to land on round 2. Yeah, I think we'll be okay without him. Let's go ahead and have him land here as well. So he's going to have a -1 to his landing check. So D10. And he lands fine. So in this case, his aircraft is going to need to be repaired. So he's going to go into there. But then the pilot himself has to take a day to get back. Not missing anything here about landing in the cauldron. Special locations. Cauldron. Don't say anything there. There's someone else that talked about that. Oh, here it is. Special location 7-7. Any axis flight overflying a flag symbol. Yeah, we know how that works. Combat over the cauldron, airfields of Potomac. They don't include the airfields. Yeah, that doesn't say anything about landing there. It was in the bit about sending them back. They were damaged. That was in section 8 somewhere. Player has the option of having any aircraft that received any damage from the base. Damaged aircraft in the cauldron must continue the mission until clear of the cauldron, or Axis damaged aircraft may elect to land at an airfield in the cauldron. Damaged Axis fighters that land in the cauldron must be repaired per normal and then automatically RTB at the completion of the next calendar day. So I think what we're going to do, just to make that easier to keep track of, is actually put this fighter here. Oh, we won't have him for then. So at the end of the next, after this mission, we'll get this guy back. But he's still damaged. We'll do it that way. All right. I don't think we're going to land anyone else here. So let's continue on. So we're moving over the target waypoint, so we don't have to roll for an event because we didn't enter it diagonally. So now we roll on C4 for enemy interception, and there will be an airfield target ground marker that the Soviets can potentially try to attack. All right, so we're rolling a d6. Well, let's see how many first. So d3 plus 3, I think it was. Of course. 6. And they're going to come from the 239. Specific. Multiple 6. Wingman, no. All right. Let's spread these out here. Ace, ace. 3 experienced. And a green. All right. For detection check, we both have aces. They are all fighters, though, so it's going to be a -1. 9 becomes 8. I think that gives us advantage. We cannot evade because it's over the mission hex. Mission sector. Yeah, 9 becomes 8. Whoever flight spots the enemy, evade or have combat with +1 initiative for the first round. So this guy is actually going to have +2 initiative. So D12 plus 10. 16. Do their aces next. D12 plus 6. 13. D12 plus 6. 14. D10 plus 8. 13. And 11. D10 plus 5. 8. And then 3 D8s plus 6. 10. 10. And 14. D6 plus 6. 9. D8 plus 2 is 10. Good. Another D8 plus 2, also 10. D8 plus 2, 6. And D8 plus 2. Yeah, so one thing I've been getting wrong too, I just misread the rule for this, is that when bombers and transports get like teamed up like this together, I was calling them swim buddies, that's not just in the first round. Like if we go to the second round and say either these two end up in the same box or either or both of them end up in the same box with these, they'll form up into a group to where in the following combat round, then all of those would get placed together as well. So I misunderstood that to only be applied to the first round, but it's each round that can happen. Obviously in the third round it won't matter because there's not going to be another round after that. But okay, let's see what's going to happen here. Well, these guys are going to get pounded on, it looks like. Let's see if we can do some pounding first. I think I'm going to have... Oh, right, the ace hits on a 5. Just forgot about that. He was rolling so poorly, though, last time that it didn't matter. I think we're going to have him... Let's go after their ace. D12. There we go. One hit. B is 2 damage. Oh, almost forgot our airfield target. I don't think any of them are going to go after it, though, since it's just fighters. Yeah, it's kind of strange there. Oh, we almost forgot our Soviets get a named ace with a veteran wingman, so we got to get him in here, too. Soviet ace. Then a Yak 7B. It's Vladimir Lavrenenko, credited with 46 victories over 448 missions. Served with the 9th GIAP during the Battle of Stalingrad. Served as the deputy squadron commander for the 9th GIAP during the Battle of Stalingrad. Captured on 24 August 1943 when he was forced to bail out after he rammed an FW-190. Escaped captivity by leaping from a moving train and fought as a partisan for 3 months before returning to the 9th GIAP. Died January 14th, 1988, and buried in Kiev. All right, so we need a Yak 7B named Ace. And then I assume his wingman will also be in a Yak 7B, which is in the 897. Oh, he needs to be a veteran. All right, let's see where he's going. D12 plus 6. 10. Next first in this group. All right. Yeah, but what I was starting to get at before all that happened, I guess yeah, since you're only going to be pulling fighters for this interception over Gumrak, not sure what the point of the airfield target ground marker is, unless you were playing an actual human Soviet player. Because the non-human Soviet players' fighters will never attack a ground target, I believe. Well, technically it's not a ground target, it's an airfield target. There's a distinction. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the section on strafing, it says that non-player Soviet fighters will never strafe. Yeah, non-human fighters will not strafe an airfield target or ground target to avoid flak damage, but will attack landed bombers' transports. Oh, okay. So there we go. They could go after, if we land our transports on the second round, there's a chance that they might be subject to attack And that airfield target will protect them with the flak. Okay, now it makes sense. All right, so anyway, we were doing our 2 damage here. Let's get that marked, and then damage check. This is okay. So this guy's next. He's going to bypass all of these. Target one of these two. It doesn't really matter which one at this point. So D12 gets 1 hit for 2 damage. And damage check. Oh no. Here we go. 2 more. At 4 damage check. And unfortunately, these are not armed transports, so but he'll sit there to see if one of our guys ends up going after him. There'll be a plethora of targets here in box number 10. All right, this one's going to do the same thing. He will prioritize going after a flipped aircraft, so he'll attack this one. D8, another hit. 3 more damage. Oh boy. Damage check. Down in flames. So not only is that -4 points for the destroyed transport, it's another -3 for destroyed supplies. All right. We'll roll for their crew. They bail out. They do not evade. Another point we lose. It's -8 points right there. Good thing we have 19 racked up so far. Okay, next is going to be this one. They'll go after this transport. D12. Come on. 2, 5. We should have landed all these guys at Potomac. Damage check. Another critical. And 3 is going to destroy it. Another 8 points down the drain. Well, 7 so far. He failed to bail out. All right, I think we go after this damaged ace here. D8 or D10 missed. Same thing here. D10 missed. Okay, I think these other 2 transports are dead meat. D12. Ah, you missed. D8 missed. D8. Missed. D6. Missed. Okay. These three are all safe now. Right, he's got a wingman. We got to get something out of the sky here. Let's go after one of these experienced pilots. D10. Alright, so all these are clear now. And pass, and pass. Well, for round 2, we can try to land them this time if they survive long enough. D12 plus 9. There we go, 20. D12 plus 6. We'll do their ace next, I guess. 7. And another D12 plus 6. That's 11. And another one. 8. Need these transports to roll really high. 2 D10s plus 8. 16. And 18. Alright, 3 D8s plus 6. 8. 13. And 13. Oops, not that guy. This one. Yeah, so our 2 that were buddied up both got destroyed, so don't need to worry about keeping them together. D6 plus 6 is going to be 7. Alright, we need to end up in here somewhere, these guys. We're going to need to roll them to roll at least 6. Nope, I forgot this guy. D10 plus 5. 11. Alright, come on, big rolls, big rolls. The one with damage first. Yes. And the one without damage. Yes. Alright, I've got a good chance here. A decent chance. These 4 aren't going to do anything. Alright, let's see if we can pick some of these guys off before they do anything. D12. D10. There we go. About time. 3 and 3. Nice. 6 damage. Damage check. Failed. And let's finish him off. D10. Yes. 1 hit, 3 damage. That'll do it. Roll for the pilot. He bails out and is captured. All right. Here. Now this one gets to go after him. the D8. Nice. Stays there for the time being. This one will do the same. D12. 1 hit. 3 damage. Damage check. Alright, we're going to go after this ace. The D10. 1 hit. A rating though. 5. Nice. Damage check. Alright, they're safe. Now we can try to land. Alright, so this first one was attacked this combat round and is landing in round 2. So it's going to be a -2 modifier. Nothing else applies. So we need a 2 or higher. The -2 to our die roll. -1 or less, aircraft destroyed, pilot killed in action. Wow. Can't catch a break. Another -8 points. Alright, this one was not attacked this combat round, but is landing on round 2, so -1 die roll modifier. Wow, just barely. But he lands safely. We're going to put him in initiative box 1, because he is now a target for the Soviet fighters. Alright, so this one will try to go after him. Has to endure plaque 3 first, though. And it's a D8 for each attack. So let's see. Hit on a, let's see, fighters on the flak table. You can only get hit on a 7 or 8. Yep. There's no modifiers for weather. Or sorry, yeah, 7 or 8. It's a hit on a fighter. So first one, missed, missed, missed. So he will now attack this. Actually, let me double check this. Do fighters go after bombers on the ground? Yeah, that's right. We just saw that under the strafing, right? Hang on. Fighter aircraft. Bypass attack. A bypass attack is only available to the Soviet player. Soviet doctrine was fighter aircraft to prioritize the attack of any bomber transport over the aircraft. Has the option to bypass all other aircraft between the fighter and the first bomber transport. Non-player Soviet fighters will bypass Axis, dive bombers, and ground attack to attack the next bomber/transport on the initiative track to follow this doctrine. But can they go after landed aircraft? Because under dive bombers and ground attack, it says they can attack aircraft in the next lower initiative position, bypass those aircraft, and attack a landed bomber transport or a ground target, or take no action. So actually, I don't know that the fighters will go after landed bombers or transports. Which puts me back to the question then of why bother putting this airfield out if we're always getting fighters for our interception and they never strafe and they never go after landed aircraft. What's the point of the aircraft target? I'm missing something. But yeah, from what I can tell from the rules, the fighters will not go after landed aircraft. Only aircraft in the air. So in that case, these guys are actually just done. Let me know if I'm getting that wrong, Dan. This guy has landed at a cauldron or friendly airfield. Yeah, so go to round 3. D12 plus 8. Or sorry, plus 9. 13. D12 plus 6 for their named ace. 15. D12 plus 6, the undamaged one. 12. And the one with damage. 15. These guys will actually roll to see who goes first. D10 plus 8. 17. And 17. D10 plus 5. 10. And D8 plus 6. 11. D8 plus 6. 12. D6 plus 6. 7. There we go. That gives him something to shoot at. All right. Just all fighters now. So I think we go after this ace here. It's got 7 points of damage on him already. D10 missed. D10. You know what? I completely forgot to check his abilities. I don't think either of those would have come into play. Gifted Flyer is the +1 on damage check die rolls. He hasn't taken any damage. And Lucky is +1 on bailout and evasion die rolls, which he hasn't had to do. All right. Right. So we rolled for this guy. We haven't rolled for this guy yet. And he misses as well. All right. Well, we'll roll to see which of these goes first. Even it's the named ace. Odd it's the unnamed ace. We'll go first. The D12. And he gets 2 hits. Look at that. 5 damage. D12 for damage check. Passed. Named ace coming after our named ace. And he gets 2 hits. Taking a beating here. 6 more. Damage check. Failed. They're done. We go after this one. A slightly better chance of taking him out, I guess. D12. The 6/9 on this side. Hey, there we go. 2 hits. And some big ones. 3 and 2. So 5 damage. Need a critical here. Nope. You did fail. It's a point. All right. Now, these guys all get to go after my heavy fighter. D12. Missed. Oh, he gets return fire from that. Missed. D8. Missed. Return fire. Oh. Another D8. Missed. Return fire. There we go. There's a hit. 2 damage. Damage check. Passed. And then we get to go after this one. The D10. 1 hit. For 3. Damage check. Ooh, nice. Failed and critical. I think that's going to finish him off. Oops. Flip. I'm pretty sure the minimum on A is 3. There it is. That's destroyed. We'll roll for the pilot, even though we don't get points for it. He's KIA. All right. And done. And we can get rid of that. All right, let's tally it up here. So all 3 of these pilots were captured or killed. So it's -4 for the transport, -3 for losing the supplies, and -1 for the pilot. So each of these is -8. So that's -24. We earned 2 for that. 2 for that is 4. 1 for that captured pilot makes 5. We have 2 damaged fighters, so that's another 2, makes 7. And then we successfully delivered 1 plane load of supplies, which is at the mission location, which is 3. So we got 10 from -24. So we're losing 14, which puts us down to 5. Ooh. Drag our campaign points along with us there. Looks like those are at 0. Alrighty. Let's get rid of these aircraft that we no longer need. And then I believe our named ace and the 109 that was with him are going to land here. Up. Okay. All of this can go away. This can go away. And then this and this. And then these two are our additional escorts. So they land at Gumrack when mission is complete, or when this combat is complete over the mission objective. All right, those are non-squadron aircraft. Landing. Yeah, this is where I'm not sure. Player does not receive the return to base penalty for landing at a friendly airfield, but squadron and non-squadron aircraft must roll for a safe landing. So I'm thinking these guys do need to roll for their landing. So we've got, we'll do the regular 109 first. So he's not flipped over, so it's just going to be a straight roll. Need a 2 or higher on a D10. Okay, so he lands safely. Get rid of his extra stuff on the label and return him to his deck. Our named ace is on damage side, so -1 to his landing check. I think we may have forgotten that he gets a +1 on his damage check rolls, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have mattered. It's 11 damage. So that was from the first attack, wasn't it? Did check that. All right, let's do his landing check. So a D12. Oh yeah, perfect ending. We are going to lose another mission point though because he was damaged. And then he can go back. All right. Now we could just choose to land these two guys here as well. They won't be available for the next mission. But it would end the mission now, and we would have 4 mission points that we could use to repair these 3 aircraft, which would get us back to 4. I'm just leery of sending 2 fighters by themselves all the way back here. Through the flak. Yeah, I think we're going to do it. So they will each need to make landing checks. So this one here, without any damage on them. No modifiers. Land safely. And then, well, this is a non-squadron fighter, but I think we still have to roll for him. So D10. Yeah, that's right. We wouldn't have. This was the only one that we would actually get if they made it back. So yeah, I think we're go ahead and do this. So D10 for him. Close. All right. So remove his damage marker, and he can go back to his deck. Well, this one is going to be in the same boat as this guy, except he's not damaged. We'll get him back on the 30 November turn as well. And I believe that's going to end the mission. Hopefully all of that was legal. All right, so let's go to the post mission. We took care of our returning aircraft. Wounded or evaded pilots. We have this one that evaded. Just needs a plane. Destroyed aircraft have already been put in the lost box. Got our mission points, which are 4. So we're going to repair these 3. Oh, this one has a red outline on it. Weird. I guess, do all the aces have... No, he doesn't on the front side. Anyway, we're going to repair these 3 with 3 of our mission points. So this guy now has a plane. Delete that. This guy's not with us any longer. Okay, that leaves us with 1 mission point, which I believe is just enough to purchase 1 campaign point. Yes. We'll do that. And yep. We get to draw back up to 2 dogfight cards. Long burst, improved attack, initiative differential of 3 or more. Long burst provides a +2 DRM to the attack roll, or 2 attacks with the second attack at -1 DRM on the attack die. And we get a post-mission card. Camaraderie, pilot discussion over meals and drinks, increase tactical insight. Draw 1 dogfight card. Nice. We got defensive spiral, another avoid attack and break off. It's the same as the Hartmann maneuver or Hartmann escape. Yep. Other than the words break off are not in red on this one. But they are in that one under the failure. Okay. I think that's going to do it. Get rid of these. We can get rid of these. We can send this back to here for the next mission. And yeah, I think we're good to go there. Turn that. That's going to wrap things up for this episode of Knights over Stalingrad. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any questions or comments, insights about the gameplay here. Let us know. And other than that, we'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.